Any observations, anything? Yes, I know you always have some questions to ask. I want to give others some opportunity. Yes, Imran Khan. Yes, please.
I was talking to some friends a few days ago about proving there was a God, and I told them about the Moses' prayer and about the people of Lot and what happened to them and other things like that. But they didn't, they still took a blind eye to it. And I took all the...
They tried a blind eye.
And I asked you a question a few months ago, and I went to that, and they still took a blind eye to it. So I was wondering if you could...
Those who are born with blind eyes cannot be shown. Nor can those be made to hear who have deaf ears. This is exactly what the Holy Quran means when it says, Sumun Bukmun Umyun, Tum La Yarji'un. The most important thing is that you convey the message as best as you can. And logically and convincingly, keeping normal people in mind. If you are successful in doing that, that's enough. You have done your job. And the blind won't be able to see, unfortunately for them. But I hope they are not blind, only this temporary loss of sight. So don't reject them so soon, quickly. I mean, try some other ways, some other approaches, some other angles, and also pray for them. So if they're still diseased and have not lost their sight for good, inshallah they will begin to see.
Jazakallah.
Rashid sahib, would you like to take your turn first? Or Dr. Sahib, come on.
Some days ago, I wrote a letter to His Excellency the Ambassador of Pakistan, Ali Arshad Sahib, in connection with the recent persecution of Ahmadis in Pakistan. A couple of days ago, I received an answer from his Minister of Information, Mr. Aziz.
He is appointed to misinform people. I know that.
That's right, sir. As a matter of fact, one of the reasons why I sent him a letter was because of this misinformation. And I mentioned that really what he has been saying, it was untrue. And I have received a letter from him. He mentions several things, but I think one or two points require an answer. If you allow me,
please go ahead and read them.
I would quote him. He says that, thank you for your letter of 8th March 1985. First, belief in the finality of the prophethood of Hadhrat Muhammad, peace be upon him, the Prophet of Islam, as the last Prophet of God, is a cardinal principle of Islam. Those who do not believe in this principle cannot be true Muslims. If the Ahmadis really love Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, they should declare that they recognize him as the last prophet and messenger of God, as is written in the Holy Quran, and that anyone claiming to be God's prophet or messenger after him is an impostor. The moment they make this statement, they will be Muslims.
But what is he? I mean, he is nobody.
Yeah.
What is he to dictate terms to anyone?
Yeah.
I mean, what is his authority? He is an ordinary paid person of a government which has no credibility itself. If the president of a government has no credibility, how would you treat the servants, ordinary people of that government? So, I mean, that is just a statement, a high talk, nothing more. Who are they to tell us what we believe and what we believe not? It is our own fundamental human right to declare our beliefs And also, it is we who know better what the Holy Quran means than these people. He doesn't know Arabic, he doesn't know the Holy Quran. He just conveying to you some hearsay. And he doesn't know what the older people of much higher status, some great saintly people in Islam, have already said on this issue and have exactly explained Ayat Khatam al-Nabiyyin as the Ahmadis do. So, I mean, there's so much involved in it. I'm going to speak on this issue later on, inshallah, maybe in the last day of this Jalsa. And I'll take up every possible aspect of this question, inshallah.
Huzur, the other point which also would necessitate an answer, there are several points, but I think some of them are really, one doesn't need to answer them. It says at the end, if the Ahmadis in Pakistan live as Ahmadis and stop calling themselves Muslims, there would be no trouble. Pakistan was founded on the basis of Islam and not the religion of the Ahmadis who believe that the 19th century founder of their faith was God's messenger. The answer, which is this last sentence, which says, no sect of Islam claims its sectarian founder as God's prophet or messenger.
So what? Because they were not founded by God's messengers. It's a simple statement of facts.
Yeah.
Because they were not founded by God's messengers, so they do not claim. Well and good for them. And those who did, they were destroyed by God. That is the point. They know themselves that so many false claimants to prophethood have appeared before. Those were the sects created by them, and they were wiped out of the face of earth by God, because it is He who is responsible for seeing to it that any impostor is destroyed. It's not the task of a military government to do that. So the history is known to everybody. It's an open, there's no secret about it. That people before have claimed and have been totally destroyed and wiped out. There have been so many Mahdis, for instance, not only those who claim directly in clear terms to be prophets, but Mahdis as well. Because to claim to be Imam Mahdi also is tantamount to claim to be a prophet. Because Imam Mahdi is appointed by God, and to believe in him is as essential as to believe in any prophet. So virtually they are two, one and the same thing. Now all the Mahdis who claimed and who categorically declared them to have been told this by God, to have been appointed by God, where are they and their followers? None is left, none escape, none survive. So that is the point. The one who did claim, and he was also true, he survived and his followers survived, and this is why they are making the claim, and you are incapable of destroying them. To say that nobody did make a claim, that is wrong. People made the claim and were wiped out. We made the claim and we're still there. So
I did mention this particular point in my letter to them, that we believe we are the chosen people and we are true. And
the point is that you should also write to him. We said, who are you to represent Islam? I have faith in the Holy Quran and the Prophet, and I have as much right to represent the Holy Quran and the Prophet as you think you have.
Yeah.
But I believe you do not have as much right as I have, because I understand the Holy Quran and you do not. Also tell him that as far as this question